All right, so we have a new way to set up points-based grading in Ultra. This came out just recently. I wasn't sure if it was going to make it to the semester, but it has, so that's great. So let's take a look. So you go into your gradebook like normal, but instead of having to add that custom calculation that did all of that special stuff and then setting up your gradebook to weight it to 100% of that, we have a whole new way to go about it. So we go in, we just go straight to set up overall grade. We click setup, and now we just pick points and hit next. So now what we have looking at us, and this kind of gives us a rundown. So you have all the different categories that are in your course. Now, for me, this is a sandbox that has been around for a while, so it's got some extra stuff. Like I have 2 attendances for some reason. I don't know. I have no idea. I just need to delete my sandbox and start a new one, it looks like. But you can see that I have this final exam and an assignment in this assignment category. And then there's 100 points set in here. So I have a 100-point discussion apparently. And then down here in this test, I have a 100-point something. And under the journal category, I have, looks like 100 points. So you can go in and say, I don't want this assignment to be included in this category. I can just turn off that assignment from the calculation altogether. Or I can turn off this whole, so say I personally don't take, I don't give grades for attendance, so I can just mark that off. So I can take attendance in the course inside of Blackboard, but it's not going to, how it calculates that attendance grade is not going to be calculated in here. Same thing, I know I'm not going to do anything in the homework category, and I'm not going to use anything in the presentation category for this particular course, let's just say. And these will update as you go through the semester. So even though you have exam turned on and it says nothing, when you add an exam and it has a point value to it, it will be added to this and it will be recalculated. So then over here on the right-hand side, you can choose how you want to present this to students. So you can show them their letter grade, their percentage grade, or you can just show them their total points. That's totally up to you. For this class, I'll say that I want to show the letter grade based on this points calculation. You can, now I can't come up with a good reason that I would want to do this, but I can go into this assignment category, and you can do this with any assignment in any category, and say I want to pop this final exam out on its own. So I can hit this unlink button, and now this final exam kind of sits out there with the categories as its own entity. So I can maybe say I don't want anything else in that category to be graded or counted towards points, but I do want this one assignment, so I could pop it out. Again, I don't have a great example off the top of my head of when that would be used, but it is an option. And then when you hit that button, it slaps it back into its assignment category, which I don't know why final exam has an assignment category, but that's how I set it up. So that's kind of the way it gives you a lot more options to manipulate the calculations than we had before with the manual calculating that we had to do. And it's a much nicer interface to interact with. So it's real simple. It's built in now. It should be a much easier way to go about doing points-based calculations in Blackboard.